Okay, hello. This is user 3972. Here to talk about a game on WDM5 between Juicer and Snob from the last cup. So, we can see Snob's going to get the lead in about 2 minutes, but let's go back and check it out from the top. Now, of course, both Juicer and Snob are much better players than I, so take my analysis with a grain of salt. Nothing really too exciting off the start. Rockets and EB, and a Mega for Juicer, Mega for Snob rather. Okay, Juicer fights at the green and gets all 3 armors. So Juicer gets 3 armors, but falls. And Snob stays alive with all the weapons and the shards. So the map's clean. Now, what will Juicer do? Well, he's staying away. I guess he wanted EB. He drops, and I'm not sure that he would want to do that. But he did get the armor, so that's actually impressive. So again, he's able to sink 2 of the 3 armors, or perhaps all 3. It was rather quick. Mega coming up with Snob in good position, able to finish the play. Now, Juicer goes for the lightning gun, lasers, and wow, is able to turn that into a point. I had figured that a large mistake that Snob would have been able to punish, but Juicer with his double EB strike gets the stabilizing point. Now, Snob taking the Mega will trade the red, and Juicer just leaves, doesn't stay. Good read by Snob to hang in the teleporter, like, or the true damage you wanted. Okay, let's see that fight again. How did that go so well for Snob? Because now he's sitting at 130, 130. That's pretty great. So I guess the real break is this Mega. Juicer out of position to damage on the Mega. He takes a red armor, but that's just not going to matter. I guess Juicer should have been up on the teleporter to damage for that Mega, because now he doesn't do any damage after taking the Mega, so he's secured his red armor to take a heavy armor lead, but does no damage either on the Mega or after the Mega. Snob takes the next red and control. Juicer is able to get a green armor, which is nice, and some cover, but now he's in a bad position and trapped. Snob cuts him off and should be able to get the kill. Now, the armor spawned, so there was a bit of a delay. Juicer paused long enough, but was unable to steal that armor at the end. So Snob maintains his stack. Now he's given a red. Maybe a little passive there by Snob. I believe he mistimed that Mega health. I think he could have attacked on that red, but it's, charging in against Juicer when Juicer can damage like this. I can't blame him for playing a little more safe. So Snob's still in the lead with 2 points, but Juicer really running that red armor. Dangerous to go for the health, but he has to. There's the attack coming from lower with the lasers that he just took. Okay, gets the shot on the Mega, but doesn't get the yellow. Yellow isn't up. And because he tried to damage on that yellow, he gets killed. So obviously, Snob shouldn't have fought there. Should have teleported instead of dying, I guess. Right here. So gives up the Mega, teleport. No. He's trying to damage on a yellow that isn't there. But Juicer makes a mistake and goes, oof. almost gets the punish, but gives up a yellow armor. So, a nice gamble by Juicer, but it's unable to get the point. I believe if he scores there, it's really a race. Nice try by Juicer. Snob a little low on ammo, weaponry rather, but good on position. Ooh, gets away. Okay, he gave up his back, which was a little scary, but is able to just run Juicer over. Good bounce by Juicer. Perfect shot. So this is critical, of course, if you can lift your opponent, then they can't damage you because they just can't see. Juicer a bit aggressive there, going in on the green. Let's just see that little sequence again after he bounces. He bounces Snob and then he makes some choices. So bounce. Does he take green? No. He dies, he misses green. Now he takes EB and jumps in. Goes back for him, grits it. 2 hits, but not enough. Now 2 hits, the Mega's going to offset that, and it's going to be a yellow. So maybe maybe he could have damaged off and stayed alive. Great fight with the gunblade to keep Snob from dropping in. If Snob drops there, Juicer can die, of course. So, to deny that. Now, he's able to peek here and not die, so that's nice that he can have at least one shot. But, too early. Juicer's got too much. It's hard, very hard to attack with the plasma gun. But Juicer, lucky spawn, not lucky spawn, but Snob not reactive to Juicer's spawn, and Juicer able to knife him down. And it's pretty lively play. Halfway through the game, still anybody's match. I don't actually recall if this was which map, but it did go to the full series, so every map is a decider essentially. Great chase. Snob teleports. Surprising. What else could he have done after dying there? I guess you get the armor, but it's hard to see. I mean, he's right there with his EB out, coming towards the stairs. Maybe there's a better play. For example, go to the EB and just give him the green. Does he need the green? Yeah, he can take a green. And he'll have the yellow, so he'll have 125. But Snob's still almost able to convert. Juicer missing an armor. And probably a chance to even the score. Oof! And of course that red armor would have really helped. Perhaps more than the red armor even. Only gets one of the bubbles, misses a second bubble there. And probably could have used his rockets before dropping, huh? Especially because he's already thinking about Mega. Maybe he doesn't have time to take rockets and the bubble. But even if you fight from that bridge, perhaps you can hold Snob at bay. Let's see. I'm just curious. So, there's our bubble. 2 bubbles. So, there's our fight. Snob dies. Juicer teleports, takes his bubbles, and Snob is going to come from where? Under. So, definitely Juicer could have taken the rockets and defended. And probably done a little bit better than no damage. A little low on health, a little panicked, goes for the big item and loses the fight. Unable to defend. A little early for the armor, but Juicer doesn't punish him too hard, or at all. Somebody's cruising here. That's Snob. Yeah, it's Snob and Alpha. Okay. Okay, Juicer with a great stack, but unable to really use it. No, he's going to be late for the red. No, Snob's left. So, two wrongs make a right here. If Snob had held tight on red, he'd be in a much better spot, as Juicer had made a wrong turn with, I suppose, too much health, too much stack to be at the yellow. He could have just gone forward on the red, I would say. Ooh. And there's the finish. Never good when you hear that riot gun start banging. Yeah, very straightforward little lightning gun punish. Laser gun punish. Did he really need the lasers? Maybe not. Maybe not. Wow, one more hit there, so he needed to trade a little harder, but almost able to convert, so very strong attack. Now, the bubbles are up. If he can fight from that area and use those bubbles, he'll have a chance. Next armor is green, nobody wants it, and then Snob walking all the way over. Both making their way, but Juicer with the wrong turn. Very nice sequence there. Both realizing there's only one item that matters. Let's get that red, and then we'll see what we need or where we go. That's pretty nice. And that they both do it in this devious sort of roundabout way. Here we have a problem. Both of them are at the red, and no one's using that mega. Now, who got the bubbles before that? Let's see. Let's really understand why that mega was up for so long, because I guess Juicer is early for the mega there. And, yep. Okay. So, Juicer had it on his mind, and is the one to get back to it, but just slightly off. Oh no, I'm sorry. Juicer had it on his mind, but Snob is the one who comes to it, and wow, has himself a nice advantage. Pulls away from the fight, and rejoins it. Wow. And falls. So this is a very, very strong last minute. I mean, I'm not sure I understand what happens in an 8 to 9 there, but it's some action. Again, I'm sort of watching instead of commentating, but that's a tight fight on the teleporter, because of course you can always look for the telefrag. It doesn't care about your stack. Now, Mega's sitting up, but Juicer needs to kill. And he's given up position. Ow! Stop leaves it! But he's given the red, and I think the red is now too much, of course, because it's going to take 7 seconds to kill. No! Wow. Snob spawns in. So, I don't know why Snob spawns in. Just a little... Just any delay here. No, it does not win in the game. So if we see when he dies, it's a 5-second spawn delay. So he would spawn in at 58, 59, which would have been much better than going into overtime. So missed opportunity there by Snob to stay off the map. And now he's got his work cut out for him. as we've got a big chain. Well, the Mega is nice. Snob misses the damage barely. It's a sneaky attack. Yellow is up, and it's just a trade, red for yellow. But Juizer's in no shape to fight. Snob down by 3 with 1 minute. He needed that hit, and he needed that first EB. I think now with 1 minute to go, 2 frags? No, plenty of time. But, Juizer commits for the red and is destroyed. I mean, as he should be. Let this be a lesson, please. When you have a red armor, you don't need to drop. You can stay upper, and then you're safe. Snob is down there. But instead, Snob telefrags, and now Juizer's on the run with a green. Oh, good ride gun. Snob stays in front of him. Juizer needed to get behind if he could. Can't. And Snob's able to pounce. I mean, Snob could have run away, or he could have been attacking. Oh, great denial on the... Wow, way to stand your ground, Juizer. That's a really nice combat. Snob unable to dash onto the weapons in the last instant. Juizer just using brute force here to muscle out a victory.
Good game.
We can probably take a look at that last couple of minutes. That last minute exactly. So Juizer is gonna start above 3 here and lose. No. What did we just watch? Yes. Okay. Juizer will win this game. So let's take Snob's last lead.
Prepare to fight. 1.
Well, Snob chasing down in overtime here, trailing. Good kick. With Juizer being early, now gets the telefrag. Right, okay. So this is as close as Snob gets. Oh, yellow, he gets it. Juizer gets good hits. Snob hits the exit damage. And okay. So this is the key. It's in the last 30 seconds. That seems to be decisive, huh? Now, all the way, let's start at the Mega. Now, the routing from the Mega seems flawless. That's just the fastest way to get to red, so I can't fault him here. He doesn't need those rockets. So, maybe he doesn't need those rockets, and maybe instead of coming from lower, there's a more devious route since there's time. You see they're fighting before the armor is up. Of course, Snob could come from upper. You can skip right along and drop from Electro Bolt. So that's my first thought. Don't need those rockets and maybe come from an upper position. Lower position, Juizer's able to hold him off. And, that's the fight. After that armor win, Juizer's just able to trade out. It's simple combat. So, really, all he holds this with is 2 bubbles and an LG. Great to see. That's when you gotta do it, you gotta do it. Now, what does Snob have to come in with? Much more than 2 bubbles and an LG. He's coming in with 5 weapons and a pretty decent stack, 140, 90. And some time. and some time. That's 3 whole seconds. You can even set up an attack to upper. So a little rushed, and some fine combat to conclude our match here. GG to both players. Great show.
3, 2, 1. Game over.
Good game.